Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Surprise Thursday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Indiana Jones Adventure Series Raiders of the Lost Ark, Marion Ravenwood, at least how she appeared in the street vendor of Cairo scene. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And here on the top, nothing really, a little bit of a map right here, tape, a hook on the front. In the background, some nice artwork of Marion. And the map background again, build an artifact. Nice digital render of the figure and the monkey. Indiana Jones Adventure Series. Marion Ravenwood. Assortment number. Warning, don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. For not plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese, print made in Vietnam print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, build an artifact. There's a completed artifact. Here's the cross sale with which figure in the wave comes with which pieces. Each sold separately, subject to availability. USA and Canada, recycle. On this side, some more artwork of Marion, Indiana Jones Adventure Series. Plastic-free packaging, except tape and glue. Yes, we get it. Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark, build an artifact, the Ark, Marion and Monkey. And then that's a nice digital render. Digital render here as well, showing the figure and her two accessories, as well as the build an artifact piece. Warning, attention, Octoon, don't stick things in any language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole either. Small fine, legalese, made in Vietnam, Disney and Hasbro print, and that, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and her accessories. And first of all, let's take a look at the build and artifact pieces, which are one side and one end of the Ark of the Covenant. Nice molded details there. Looks to be printed in the gold swirly twirly plastic, perhaps. And then a gold paint on the outside portion. And here we go with the other end, or the end rather, with some nice sculpted artwork there. And where the cylinder pieces go from Belloc, and looks nice overall. And it looks like this side is painted just like the outside of the rest of the Ark, and then this side is almost all painted. You can see it's made out of that swirly twirly plastic, gold plastic there, and then there was a paint app applied to it, just not all the way on this one, as opposed to the end that came with Tot, which had a complete paint job done on it. Her other accessories include this face smashing, I'm assuming cast iron. No, it's too shiny to be cast iron. But a frying pan nonetheless, metal. And it does appear to be molded in that swirly twirly silver plastic. And pretty basic molded details. But it's a frying pan. And then here we have Bad Date Spy Monkey. And he's got some nice little paint apps on him. A little bit of gold here. And red for the vest, and some coloring on the body itself. He does have some articulation. The tail is on a ball joint, so it'll spin around, it'll move up and down, side to side, swirl around. Nothing in the rear legs. He does have basic articulation at the shoulders, and then the head, of course, also is on a ball joint. Nice little paint apps for them beady little eyes too. Now let's take a look at Marion. And I have to say, this is a decent likeness of Karen Allen, although it looks to be a bit older than her appearance in Raiders of the Lost Ark, in my opinion. Your mileage, of course, may vary. She's got some nice tampos for the decoration on the shirt, nothing on the back. I do think she has nice paint apps on the face. This is probably a paint app, and then pretty much everything else is molded in color, except for maybe the feet, the shoes. Not the best or most solid looking details on that portion of the mold. And of course, she has cankles. Let's take a look at her articulation. She can look up that high, she can look down that low, and it does appear that the neck, head, and torso are all separate pieces, and that gives her some chicken neck and some waggle, and she can do the full exorcist, but it did put the neck out of place. So I'll have to fix that later. At the shoulders, no butterfly. She can raise her arm. We'll call that 90 degrees. It's pretty close to 90. 360 degree rotation there. Hinge and swivel at the elbow. Swivels 360 degrees and gives you approximately a 90 degree bend, I would say. Now, this is the only figure in Adventure Series Wave 1, at least Wave 1, that has standard wrists, or standard, hinge wrists. I guess I should say, not standard, but hinged wrists. The rest of them are on those, like, dumbbell with the ball at the end, and it pegs on to the ball. This one actually has hinges. This one's up and down, and this one is in and out, and they both give you a 360 degree rotation there. There is a cut at the waist. She can give you a little bit of hula motion going on there. Tilt to the left and right. Lean back that far, and forward that far. She can also give you a 360 degree rotation. At the hips, she gives you that much of the splits. Kicks forward, not quite 90 degrees. Back about 3, we'll call that 3 steps. Cut at the upper thigh for a 360 degree rotation. Hinge and swivel at the knee, swivels around 360 degrees, and gives you approximately a 90 degree bend. At the cankle, tilts down that far, tilts up that far, so it gets that cankle gets pretty good range, and forward facing pin for rocker. That, my friends, is a look at Marion and her accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have all of Wave 1 Indiana Jones Adventure Series, along with the Build an Artifact, the Ark of the Covenant. We have in the front row Indiana Jones, Sala, Marion, and in the back, Belloc in his ceremonial garb, and Tot. For our final set of comparisons, here we have Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Marion Ravenwood, as she appeared in Cairo, with, from the Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, we have the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, for a 7-inch comparison, we have the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Indiana Jones Adventure Series, Marion Ravenwood, I like to call this version the Cairo version, I have to say, she's an okay figure. She does suffer from cankles in her ankle articulation, and it's not the first time Hasbro has done this with a female character. Even going back into Star Wars 3 3/4 line, you know, we've had Princess Leia with cankles before, and I understand why it is the way that it is, and you know, I accept that. And you know, I'm not really looking at her feet that much anyway, so. And let's see, it's nice that she comes with the little bad date, looks like Indiana Jones monkey, and of course the signature frying pan from the scene that this particular outfit was in. And the tampo on the shirt is quite nice as well. The likeness to Karen Allen is, it looks like Karen Allen, but older than when she was in Indiana Jones, if that makes any sense. It just looks like an older version to me of Karen Allen. And I do like the fact that they did put articulation in the monkey. That's pretty cool. But, you know, other than that, it's an okay figure if you really like that scene from Raiders. I mean, obviously we need a Marion in the Raiders line. Usually it's the white dress version rather than this version. But, you know, I like this one too. And it makes sense, especially since we know in, I think it's part of Wave 2, or maybe it's a standalone release, I'm not sure, but we're getting the Cairo Indiana Jones to go along with this, so I hope soon we get the Cairo Swordsman. That would be pretty cool too. And maybe the German plane mechanic, that would be a good one to get too. In this line. I know they're doing it in the retro line. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.